Hi class, this is Dr. Michelle Krausick and I am your instructor for NR305, the RN Health Assessment course. I'm glad to have you in class and I'm looking forward to the next 8 weeks together. I'm going to use these video announcements from time to time because I feel like that this is a great opportunity for us to have a touch point and also for me to go over some important information for that week. Please, when you see a video announcement posted, please watch it because I'm going to go over some important information and also help you with some of the you know, important elements of the class. So again, I want to try to give you all the tools possible to make this a success as possible. So on your course home, make sure you read your announcements. These are really important. These are my primary way of communicating with you and also where I will post the video announcements. Just as a reminder, there's a meet and greet with the leaders on September 15th at 7 Eastern Time. So here is where you will be able to spend some time with the director and the dean as well as the faculty manager and the course lead for this class. So one last thing before I forget, this session is very exciting that we get to have Jacqueline with us. Jacqueline is a MSN student who is completing her practicum requirements, and she will be a teaching assistant in our course. Jacqueline is wonderful. She was one of my students in our MBSN and is now with me as a practicum student. So again, help us welcome Jacqueline. You will see her in the threads as well as in some of the assignment grades. Please make sure that when you send emails, you include both of us so that she can help as well. So I'm looking forward to having her in the class, and I'm sure that you will as well. You can see more information about her in her introduction where she tells a little bit about herself. So anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. So there's a couple of different things I want to cover. Oh, first I'm going to go with some pictures. I love when we can do personal things. So I'm going to share just a couple of pictures. This is a pictures of my family when we were on a cruise this past summer. The lady in the green and the guy in the very back is my parents, and this is me in the blue. I'm next to my husband, John, and the fiery redhead next to me is my daughter Hannah, who is starting her first year of college this session, so that was very exciting. On the far right, my little diva in pink is my Abby, and she's my drama queen. My son in front of me is Cole, and he is, today is actually his birthday. He turned 7 today. And then the little girl on the far left is my daughter KK with her service dog JJ, and they are quite the dynamic duo and are currently in the kitchen signing autographs of the book that just was released. And so I'll post some more things about them throughout the session, but at the end I'll post some video, and you can certainly follow them on Facebook if you're interested. They got a great story and just a wonderful wonderful addition to our family, and that dog has been our little lifesaver. So the next picture is again another picture from our cruise. We tend to get that Christmas picture at that time because that's the only time when I can wrangle everybody together. So here's the group all together again. And then the last picture I will share is from my graduation. So this is from when I received my DNP, and you know, like many of you, I went to school, worked full-time, had a family, and so just this is kind of a little encouragement that you guys will be there before you know it. Hopefully I'll see you all in Chicago for graduation of your BSN, and then hopefully on to get your MSN and your DNP or your PhD. So again, let's hang in there, and I am here to support you and to help you in any way that I can. Okay, so back to the class. You know, review the syllabus. One of the things I'd like to show you that is one of my favorite documents in the course that oftentimes people do not know is the course resources. One of the things in the course resources that I find very, very helpful is the APA template, but also the APA, the Chamberlain Guide to Writing Professional Papers. And I have that pulled up right here. And I printed this out and I use this all through my DNP studies, and I encourage you to please do the same. Here's some general information about APA formatting, but the real important stuff is if you scroll down is this reference and citations in text. This is an amazing, and I do mean amazing, place for you to find information. This covers probably 95% of the journals that are the references that you will use in this course, from journal articles to your books to the lessons and everything. Here's the way the reference list should be. Here's the citation, the text citations, and additional comments. Although it is not required to use APA format in the threaded discussions, I do request that you do. It gives you good practice to be able to do this because you do need to use APA formatting in all of your assignments. One of the other places is there is the Turnitin interpretation chart to help you understand Turnitin. You are more than welcome to use the Dropbox, and just come to this. Now, mine might look a little bit different than yours, but the Turnitin draft Dropbox is a place that you can go and turn it in to make sure that you are below the 24%. Everything must be below the 24% for me to accept it. Again, I will be reviewing this just to make sure that nobody has very high amounts in there. But again, please, please, please make sure that you make sure that all work is your original work. I do want you to review this citing to avoid plagiarism. I'm a plagiarism sticker, and I do not want to have an academic integrity issue in this class. So please, please, please do everything that you can. One of the other great resources that you cannot link from here, but again, I think is incredibly important, is the Student Success Strategy resource. It is under courses in your home page. When you log into eCollege, please go in there and review. There is so much information in that class that is in that modules that can be incredibly important. Okay, just looking a little bit at this week. Here is what we have due this week. You have some chapters to read. Please review the Healthy People 2020, and then we have 2 discussions. So of course, our threaded discussions this week. Actually, we don't have 2. Well, we do have 2. We have your introduction. Please introduce yourself. I will also introduce, respond to you. And then we have the Healthy People Initiative. So I want you to read that. Please make sure your threaded discussions are thorough. It is certainly not something that should be ever answered in a couple of sentences, but really make sure that you give a good response and look back for when I potentially ask questions, or when your peers ask questions, or when Jacqueline asks questions, and let this be a great area of learning. So that will about cover our first week. Again, I will be doing some video announcements all the way through, so please be sure to look out for them. Best way to get in touch with me is email. I am available by phone. Don't call me after 9, please, unless we have an appointment Eastern Standard Time. But again, I am usually pretty quick at email. If I don't respond within 24 hours, it might have got buried in the hundreds of emails that come every day. So please do not hesitate to email me again, or you could even give me a text, but make sure you identify that you're a student and what course you're taking. So again, I'm looking forward to a great next 8 weeks, and if you need anything at all, please let me know. All right, have a great week, everybody.